The Fed may be moving to a faster pace of rate hikes, and many of us have been expecting this. The Federal Reserve, which has struggled to stroke inflation since the financial crisis and up until now raised rates less frequently than it and markets expected, may be about to hit the accelerator on rate hikes. And the Federal Reserve, right here, this is just actually a group of private banksters. There's nothing federal really about this. But anyway, on Wednesday, the U.S. Central Bank is almost universally expected to raise its benchmark interest rates, a move that just a few weeks ago was viewed by the markets as unlikely. That's because now everything suddenly appears to be very rosy. And with inflation showing signs of perking up, Fed policymakers may signal there could be more than the 3 rate rises that they have forecast for this year. They do not have as much room to be patient as they did before, said Tim Dye, an economics professor at the University of Oregon, who expects Fed policymakers to lift their rate forecasts this week. Down here, this is important. The economy already appears closer to its goals than the Fed had expected in December, the last time it released forecasts. The jobless rate at 4.7% is below what policymakers see as the long-run norm, and inflation at 1.7% is already in the range they had expected by year-end. Sure, the jobless rate is at 4.7%, but I'm aware of more and more employers cutting hours, which to me is a form of joblessness. When you're used to working full-time hours, then suddenly you're faced with part-time hours. That's joblessness. That's a loss of income. And with this economy being just a bubble, just a helium balloon, as I like to refer to it, something as simple as this could be the pin to put a hole in that bubble, and all the helium starts leaking out. You can decide for yourselves, folks, if this is good news or bad news. I think this is just another move toward economic collapse, as innocuous as it may seem. This is just another move. This is another step. They're taking their time. They don't want this to happen too quickly. But remember, one world economy, one world religion, one world government. Something as simple as this may be a giant step. Anyway, I will leave you a link so you can read this in full. I'm Jim. Thank you for lending me your ear. Don't be given over to the spirit of fear, but of the power of love and of a sound mind. Please hit the subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up. And if you feel so led, check out my books and music linked below. God bless you, folks. I'll see you soon.